the public hearing of the Littleton Historical Commission, February 25th at 7 p.m. On a proposed demolition of the barn at 359 King Street. Do you want Ryan to start?
Yeah, Ryan, why don't you tell the public, we have about 8 people here that are abutters, kind of how we get to where we're at right now, if you wouldn't mind?
Yeah, sure. We met.
Tell us who you are. Yeah. Who you are. Who are you?
Oh, my name is Ryan Orr. I am project manager. I work for MJ Cataldo. I work for Joe Cataldo, who's standing there with you. I'm a project manager for him for this project. Hopefully, so basically we met with Dwight a couple months back in regards to 359 King Street, and our goal is to turn the home and barn into a condo unit, so 2 separate units. And we met with the Historic Commission, their January meeting, and have been preparing for this public hearing since, just get everything ready to give explanations as to what we would like to do and how we would like to do it, why it's necessary. I believe that there is a PowerPoint presentation. I'm not sure if that's available, if you guys are seeing that. I don't have it up. I can't see it. It's not being shared.
You want to share it?
Do we know where it is?
That was the email. That's the packet you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yep.
So where is it?
It's in our email.
Oh, I have to call up our email,
Yeah.
but then have to get it onto here.
That's not your.
That's not my computer. Maybe I can plug them right from here.
Yeah. I brought my laptop too.
Are you able to?
Well, I can
Ryan,
read it, kind of where we're at and circulate this if the public would like to see it and stuff. So what Ryan did was, go ahead, Ryan, and we'll just let this get circulated.
All right. So basically, I mean, the home is going to stay as is, other than an interior remodel. The barn, we would like to propose to completely demo, start over with a new solid foundation. We'd like to expand the floor heights in there so that you have, 8-foot ceiling heights on both the first and second floor. And in order to have proper egress windows on the second floor where the bedrooms are, we'd need to raise that roof height about 2.5 feet to accomplish these goals. And as I mentioned before, we'd like to start with a solid foundation. The foundation that's there currently is a rubble, fieldstone foundation that is starting to collapse or implode underneath where the garage door is on the right side of the barn. We do have a letter in there from a structural engineer that made note of what he's seen there. There's quite a few areas within that stone wall that, it's 18-inch cavities where the stones have moved, and it's just big hollows within the wall. So it's really nothing that we can build directly off of. So we're kind of hoping to start fresh, give it a nice look, very similar to what's there, what everyone's used to seeing, but have it be more functional for a residential home.
Thanks, Brian. So let me just take you through what Ryan said. This is the existing conditions right here. This is a barn as you see it now. And Ryan and Dwight did have a structural engineer come through last week. The letter is in the very back of your packet. So we're talking about pulling this roof line up so that roof line, you cannot walk up in this area and maintain the heights. So this would be this new roof line. The barn would get torn down and it would get rebuilt. On Robinson Road, we did a very similar situation where we took the barn down because it had no foundation underneath it. We took the roof off and we replaced the roof back on a new structure. We can't do that in this application because Dwight would have to have carpenters in there for 2 weeks trying to rebuild the frame just so we could pick the roof off, and there's no structural integrity of this barn. None of the beams match. They're not, it's just an unsafe condition. And when you go in the basement, as Ryan said, there's a lot of loose rubble. At Robinson Road, we had no foundation, so we're able to take the barn down, save the beams out of it, which we would do here as well. We would repurpose what we could with the beams that we could reuse with and repurpose within this new construction. So this is new, that's old. Elevations look very, very similar. He's the architect, Elise Stone from Concord. She's worked with us on a renovation in Concord. This is our fourth historic renovation that we have done. We did one in Westford, the one on Robinson Road. We did one in Concord, and this would be our fourth. So we have good experience in doing this work. From a aesthetic standpoint, you're not going to see any significant changes other than this roof line right here, but it looks like it fits better. The siding here would be board and batten. This would be recessed. This is the side as you drive in, going into Dwight's property. This would be recessed, so you would feel like that's a barn door there. That is this elevation right here that's existing condition. How did we get here? I went to Henry Fontaine to pull a demo permit to pull all of the drywall, insulation and wiring, plumbing out of this so we could get the architect in here and redesign the plans. In the package, you see the plans of what she's come up with. And she's done a great job. And one unit is 2 bedrooms.
Yeah, the barn's 3.
And the barn's 3. I've known my client for 30 years. He's very, very passionate about his property. He wants to not only redo this, but he's going to build 2 homes and renovate the present garage that's on his property. One will be for him and his wife because his wife has MS, so she needs single floor living. And he'll be creating a pasture in your backyard, which will be a beautiful vista of, we're working on plant material now for pastoral birds, food for the birds, and those types of things. There's a plan that has been submitted, might have been submitted yesterday. No, I'm sorry, it's going into Conscom next week for a 2-phase planting. One phase A would be the restoration along the wetlands, along the right-hand side of the property. And the other planting would be along the Edsel Road side of the property. And it's very, very substantial. That would be public information for you all to look at once it's submitted to the Conservation Commission next week. I'm sorry, I keep saying next week. It has to be submitted next week in advance of the meeting that they're going to hold in March. He's a very passionate owner about his property. He's gonna live there for as long as the taxes won't rise.
25 years.
But this is very exciting. The other thing that you all have to, we all love historic pieces of property, no question about it. The hardest part of a historic property is you cannot get it to meet energy codes of today's standards. And those codes are getting more stringent. So the proper thing to do here, we're able to get the codes to meet because we have good bones here. The bones are not very good here. So that's why we need to rebuild this. And when I say it'll be beautiful when it's done. So we would appreciate Historic Commission's consideration to let us take the barn down, rebuild it. Otherwise, my client, I think, may take a back seat and just wait and not do that. But that's his decision, not our decision, but we've advised him that the right thing to do is to let us take the barn down, and we hope that you folks agree with us.
Recording in progress.
I'd like to just inject, so maybe, because I live next door in the White House, the Victorian, which if you followed that, anybody who's lived here for any amount of time knows how much work I've put into that house. I've basically restored it. I didn't renovate it, I restored it. I want to do very much the same thing here. I understand that my house and this house is kind of like a really nice gateway, and I hope the next one, Dave's house next door, and every house along that street gets fixed up. And why did I buy it 4 years ago? Because Richie was moving and he was talking to developers, and I saw what happened at Gruskowski's down the street, and I'm like, I can't have that in my backyard. So here I am, now my wife's health is failing, and I need to get into a one-level house, and I have land, and I want to do a great job here. But, and it's, as Joe said, if we get squashed, it's not a big deal. I'll start the back houses first, and then next year, then I'll come back and address this once the 1 year is over. So that's my story.
Can I ask, why did you, this is different from what you were telling originally, you know, when we talked to you before, you had talked about retaining the clapboard pattern on the barn. Now I see you going to this boarded batten kind of thing. Is there any
More interesting look. It's gonna make you feel like it looks more like a barn. Truthfully, I think that the elevation that exists today is very boring. This is gonna look more aesthetically pleasing with the big windows on it, and I just think it's a better use of the materials that are present now, that are available now.
We also kind of figured that, it is it will be two separate units now, and it will show as two separate units.
Oh my.
Yeah, it's not, I mean, I'm not necessarily, I mean, it wasn't.
You just want to get into details.
Yeah, I wasn't meaning to
That's fine.
necessarily deprecate it. I mean, in fact, historic preservationists sometimes say that when you're putting something new, you shouldn't try and make it look like what it used to be, if it's really not what it used to be. So,
Well, I think
this is using similar materials.
There were a lot of pictures that we found from houses with attached barns from the 1800s that the barns were board and batten, and the houses had different.
Oh, it's certainly a legitimate, I'm not saying you shouldn't do it. I'm just asking you why you doing it that way. Thanks for the.
I think the other important consideration is whatever beams that we find in granite pieces within the barn when we do the demo work, we'll repurpose those and save those as long as they meet the structural integrity that we need to use them. And it may very well be like we did at Robinson Road. We just might use them for accent points, staircase posts, those types of things. So, and I think we can achieve a lot of that look.
And just to reiterate, the house will be preserved, actually preserved. Is that
We're
right?
changing the roof line, as Joe mentioned, just right here, because the ceiling, the kitchen is here, anybody who's driven by, and the ceiling there is like 6'9". So that, and the reason that's 6'9" is because this room up here is like 7'2". And you come up the stairs and you step up over here. So by lifting this up, we can lift up the floor downstairs to close to 8 and get close to 8 up here.
I mean, if you look at the facade, blended between the one and the existing and the new one, the only thing that really changes is that roof line. Pretty much we maintain the farmer's porch in the front, maintain the entryway and so forth. So it's not, it's a very, very subtle change.
Do any other commissioners have questions or comments?
I just wanna, so on the new mock-up, the roof line does drop down again before going out to the barn, is that what I see right there?
Right here,
Right there.
that's
yeah.
just a cricket, that's just a cricket of the roof line. This roof line is gonna go on an A this way, the barn's gonna go this way, and that's just really keeping the snow, Andrew, just kind of going, not getting up against the
Yeah,
elevation here. And we all know about snow this week, don't we?
We might, yes.
Well, last one was good because there was so much wind that it
Yeah,
blew most of it off.
Get to my house. so.
Now, I guess on the original, the existing barn facade, that line of windows just goes all the way across.
yes.
As I see it, if I can, it's way away, but as I see it, instead of that on this the new one, you'd have two separate.
Two breaks, two different rooms there. There'd be a wall,
Wall.
there'd be a wall right here within the building.
Nice symmetry.
But we end up adding a lot more light. Light's very important to Dwight. And the architect is really, really good about introducing as much light as possible. You notice the amount of light on that elevation and look at it here. It really takes advantage of I believe that's the western sky there, isn't it?
Yep,
Oh, right, the
Yeah.
sunset, amazing.
it's for sale.
So, may I ask, will the parking for these units be, on, King Street level? So.
It'll be right around the back. You won't see any cars from your house. These will all be right. Where the bunny barn, they call it the bunny barn, the yellow barn and the house, they'll be right in there.
Oh,
So
is it where it's already paved more or less?
there's no pavement, it's all dirt, but
Oh, yeah.
where the fish pond, if you've ever been up there, there's a little fish pond, but right there.
What happens to the bunny barn?
That's gonna get, restored, and, I have plans to strip it of all the vinyl, and make it look, it's gonna be like a barn dominium type deal where, you'll probably see a lot less light coming out back at night. And it'll be nice.
Yeah,
It'll
that
be
sounds
just,
nice.
probably a 1 or 2 bedroom, that's all that's gonna be.
Wow, nice.
What about the rest of the property? Are we not there yet?
No, so next to the bunny barn is where I'll put my house, probably like a 2,400 square foot single level house up on the hill. You know where that picnic table is up there?
Yeah, yeah.
So it'll be up there
Okay,
overlooking the pasture. And then there'll be probably another 2,400 square foot house to the right of that.
okay.
Wow.
Nothing up the hill or? not?
Yeah, nothing, where that dirt road is that I drive
Yeah,
my
yeah.
tractor on?
Yeah,
Everything will be just on above that,
gotcha,
Oh,
before
wow.
the brook.
way before.
Yeah, yeah, okay,
Yeah, at the top of the hill.
gotcha.
Can we see plans for the plantings online?
Not yet.
No, you,
Okay,
Once they submit it.
I'm excited about it, so that's terrific.
yeah, there's a lot of nice bird bushes. Hopefully they like birds.
I have plants for a bird sanctuary myself on our property, so I'm all for that.
Are there any other comments or questions from the public, abutters, or other people from the public here? Okay, any further presentation? Is there a PowerPoint?
You have it. I mean,
Yeah.
Ryan
Same
just kind
thing
of
as
ran
the
through it. It's just,
Yeah.
the only thing that Andrew has right now, and I think it's the public has seen it, are the pictures that were taken when Ryan and Dwight went through the property with the structural engineer.
Yeah, I try to share them on the screen, but I can't share because when I log into the Zoom, I don't get the share button.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're having technical difficulties with the PowerPoint.
Yeah, but I have,
Is it?
yeah, this is.
Is this all of it? Or how
Yeah.
much is there?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, there's quite a few.
And that whole property, including the area in the back and so on, how will that be owned?
But the plan is to have it more of a HOA type of deal, so these will be, and I haven't even got there yet, we're gonna talk to an attorney, but maybe you can talk about it since you've done
Yeah,
it.
it'll be very similar to the way we handle 12 and 14 Robinson Road, be a homeowners association, and Dwight is considering some type of a conservation restriction on the balance of his property for perpetuity, so. So that there'll be no future development on the back of the property.
There are 3 acres, 2.5 acres up, well, like 1.5, 1 3/4 up top, and then there's 5 in the pasture, and we're gonna maintain the 5 in the pasture.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So if anyone wants to see hard copies of the PowerPoint that we're not able to get up on the screen, this is it in black and white.
Thank you.
So in the existing house and barn, there'll be two dwelling units, and that'll be a condo.
Yes, there'll be individual units. So, this will be, this is the entry to this unit. No, I'm sorry, Dwight, is this
No, it's on the,
the,
that is the front door for that unit.
For this side.
Nobody ever uses it.
right,
So there's an entry on the back.
yes,
And
that's
I think
correct.
you guys have all the plans.
In the folder, there are house plans. It shows you the elevations, the floor plans of, both units.
So the entryway for the house is in the front, the entryway for what is now the barn, which will be the second unit, is in the back.
No, it's on the side right here.
No, it's
Oh,
also, it's
stop.
also right here.
Right,
So
yes.
it's here,
Ah,
and
I
that's the second means of egress right there.
All right.
That's one means of egress, which nobody really uses unless you get in the mail. And then there's also another means of egress on the back. That'll enter into our mudroom.
And the parking's in the back, so the
Yeah.
back will probably be
Right.
used much more frequently.
Very nice.
If anyone else wants to look at the plans, there's some plans over here.
Yeah, you want that, okay, go that way. Oh, well, I think they're there, aren't they?
Everything, all the
layout.
will be in there.
Wonderful.
Bumping out the back of the house to add some space, but we're not changing anything on the footprint of the barn. So anything you see from the street will dimensionally look the same.
Dimensionally the same, okay.
Do you know about timeline for work and completion and those sorts of things, or? are we
As far how this meeting goes tonight, quite frankly. We, get the green light from the historical commission, we'll go get the, complete permit and be underway as soon as Mr. Fontaine grants the permit. So timeline is probably gonna be,
Could you get this done next year?
which calendar year we're talking?
I mean, this year,
Yes,
can you get it
yes.
done before the snow falls?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. In Robinson Road, we started that in January, and we were in pretty good shape by Labor Day in the back, and then we finished up the front by, I think, that was November, so it was about a 10-month build.
For both?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So this would be a cake.
Yeah.
Any other comments or questions from anybody?
When you had your structural engineer come, did he only evaluate the barn or did he look at the house as well?
We never asked them to evaluate the house because we always intended on keeping the house. We never thought that that was gonna be problematic, Andrew, to have to tear that down. That was never our intention at all. So,
The house is missing foundations, like on the front, whole kitchen. There is no foundation, but we feel like we could get in, we can get access and get in there and pour whatever we need to without disturbing the house.
So when you, with this barn, I don't know if I saw, is there a basement?
there will be. There, presently, it's an unsafe basement, but there's a basement now, but it's not, it's probably 5.5, 6 feet. But it slopes, it's not consistent.
So in the new structure, the plan would be to dig out a full height
Yes.
basement?
Correct.
And you're gonna put the utilities in the basement and slab?
Yeah, it'll be a poured concrete slab, one furnace, maybe in the attic, one maybe in the basement. Depends upon how the HVAC engineer designed that, but yes, certainly utilities in the basement.
Are you concerned at all about the connection between the proposed new poured concrete walls when they come around and they join into the existing house?
We struggle with that. We think we have a good plan. So we had the same situation. I apologize to keep repeating Robinson Road, but we had the same problem there. Where we had to match poured concrete to fieldstone foundation. And the same thing happened. Ryan, we had to saw cut part of the foundation in Concord, right? Where the retaining wall, the rock wall was, and match the concrete to that as well, correct? We lost Ryan.
He's muted. Brian, you're muted.
The barn is all fieldstone, loose fieldstone. But where it ties back into the house never had a foundation. The previous owner who was in the building trades dug out by hand the basement, so that you are tying into concrete.
Yes.
And then where the other right here, where this fieldstone would tie into this house.
Yeah.
There is no foundation, so that's just gonna go straight across. And then at the end of somewhere in here, there is concrete.
What'll happen is, once we get into this, and we do the demo, Henry Fontaine will come back in and make an assessment on latent conditions that we can't see. But we think we have a pretty good idea on the plan of how we'll move forward with that.
Okay.
We think it's an exciting project. I think it'll blend well with what Dwight's existing present home is, and his future plans, and just would appreciate a positive vote so we can get going.
I actually think you want a negative vote.
All right.
A positive vote would be the commission feels that the structure is historically significant and worth
We
preservation.
already voted on that. That it wasn't.
It's historically, but it's worth preservation. So if your vote does not pass, then you get a demolition.
Okay.
That's what we're looking for.
So I can promise you this, we will try to repurpose whatever we can on this historic barn and make sure that it lives on. We'll take the granite out. If we don't use it in a landscape wall, we may use it as a stepping stone or a entry tread or something like that. And we have the means to do that and have it all blend in together.
Exciting.
Yeah.
Any other comments or questions before the commission votes?
I was gonna say, you want me to go through it really quickly? So for chapter 65 rules, this is the required public hearing. At this point in time, the commission has to take a vote to determine if the structure, which was previously voted as historically significant, based on its age criteria alone, does meet qualifications, and the fact that it was inventoried by our town, the commission will now vote tonight if this historically significant structure should be preferentially preserved. If it is so voted, then the commission will have about 60 days to write a formal report to the building commissioner, stating all of the reasons why it should be preferentially preserved, and gives the homeowners an opportunity to react to that report and or make modifications if necessary. But it will begin a 1-year waiting period, which allows the owner to work with the commission to find other possible solutions. If we take the vote and the vote does not pass, then tomorrow we notify the building commissioner that we do not feel the structure should be preferentially preserved, which case the building commissioner will have the authorization to issue the demolition permit.
Do I have a motion?
Yeah, so I hereby move that the building, which was previously found to be historically significant due to age, should be preferentially preserved.
Do I have a second?
I seconded.
So just to reiterate what Andrew was trying to explain, a yes vote means that we would vote that the barn would be preserved and could not be demolished now. There would be a 12-month waiting period. A no vote means that it could be demolished now and the plans that they presented could go forward. So are all the commissioners clear on that?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, so one other question I have, and this was something that I had been thinking about before, is can we do something to say we accept it, we don't require it to be preserved, provided that the plans that the applicants have presented to us are carried forward. I mean, that is, they can proceed given what they said they're planning to do, but if they sort of totally change their minds and put up some other kind of building that looks nothing like this, that we don't agree to.
Yeah, so currently under town law, or town code, we cannot. Our vote is basically simple. It's a yes or no binary decision. However, I do feel that we would be potentially evaluating this decision on the plans proposed, and if the plans were to change dramatically, we would go to the town attorney and ask for injunctive relief, basically stating that, the commission took a vote on a set of submissions that were then changed. If the property had a historic preservation restriction, we would have different authority. Yeah. But it doesn't have one, so we do not have that authority.
And we're gonna do what we said we're gonna do.
And we have yes.
We have an
You
award
are right.
winner here, right?
I don't, you keep telling me I have
To
an
be.
award.
You-
I don't even serve award.
Your award.
Dedicated with.
Okay, so is
I mean,
every,
the reason for that is, I mean,
I know, I mean,
given what you've done with your house and given what Joe's done with his other projects, I really trust that you're gonna do what you say you're gonna do. And on those conditions, I would certainly vote to allow you to go forward and do what you say you wanna do. Unfortunately, we've seen in several cases, other people who said they're gonna do something, and then when we looked at this isn't what they said they were gonna do. So I am voting on this based on, experience with Joe and trusting him to do what he says he's gonna do, and experience with you because what you did with your own house, and you did a fabulous job with that, and I assume that, you're gonna do the same thing here. So on that basis, I would vote to allow you to go forward with it.
You gotta, in the matter of procedure, I think you have to close your first,
right,
you can't vote yet. I'm just
Yeah,
telling you, I think you gotta go through your procedure and get it, you can't give us the approval yet. We love it though. Keep going.
Okay, so, I'm gonna start taking votes from the commission. Andrew?
I think I can, I mean, when you make the
No,
motion,
started
you can
voting.
debate on the motion before the motion.
Yeah, that's actually,
I'll take it.
yeah. So he's in the extra discussion period, right? So
Right.
vote, second, discussion, he's in the discussion period, which has to end, and then we go to the vote.
Right, so we're gonna end the discussion period unless anyone else has comments or questions. Okay, so, taking votes, Andrew,
I vote no.
Rachel,
No.
No,
Donna,
Yes.
Elizabeth,
No.
uh, Chris,
no.
Linda, no. That's everyone, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so we have, 6 no's and 1 yes. And that, allows the project to go forward with the demolition.
Awesome.
As
Thank
proposed.
you. Thank you very much.
Close your hearing. Close the public hearing.
Okay, so we're done with the public hearing.
You have to make a motion.
Oh, do I
Yeah.
have a motion to close the
I
public
make a
hearing?
motion that, we close the public hearing.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Thank you all for your
The hearing is
consideration.
closed.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Take care.
Thank you.
Do you work now? You really? So, good people, very good people. Work with them? No, I used to do a lot of business with them when we. Thank you. Yeah, well, we.
I never see you out there.
Ryan, feel free to unlock if you wish.
I was cutting the grass.
Yeah, thanks, Ryan.
Thanks, Ryan.
Yep, thank you, guys.
We bought it for that.
Yeah.
Wasn't around.
He's not.
Thank you.
He's not going anywhere.
So that's the town laptop.
And you just.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
And we'll be happy to.
Whatever.
Yeah, no,
We'll have to
so,
figure that out.
no, next time what we have to do is bring like a USB stick.
Yes,
So that we can
I've done
just,
this in the past.
yeah, so we can just put the presentation on that laptop and then share it. But when
Yeah.
I logged into Zoom,
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm a participant, not a host, so they shut off because it's the special
You know.
town.
USB. I did that last time and I forgot. Totally don't know about this.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Okay, well, good luck,
Thank you
guys.
very
Good
much.
luck.
Really appreciate your time.
Thank
I can tell you, he'll do a great job. You don't have to worry about that.
Well, we'd love to be involved. We have no authority, but I think
Oh,
we love
Yes,
to.
things move forward.
He loves to give tours.
Good.
Yeah.
We're
Good.
just gonna make you all wear a hard hat.
Yes.
No, that's fine.
Yes.
We'll leave those with you just so
Awesome.
in case you'd like them, but thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
See you, stay coach.
Okay.
David's out here.
Can you get him?
I told him that he didn't speak French.
All right.
Put those chairs back.
I think we're gonna be, gonna be unhappy, but I.
Yeah,
No, it's, I mean, we gotta take about their word.
But you expressed an actual loophole. So it's interesting because if the plans are not acceptable to the commission
Sit anywhere.
and we say
They'll
no,
see.
the concept is that the homeowner keeps coming back with new plans during the year to preserve, right? Or so we can actually vote to lift the restriction at any time. So the expectation is that we finally get plans that are acceptable,
Yeah.
either to preserve or to renovate. So theoretically, it implies that our approval of the plans are binding, right? But it doesn't actually say that they're.
Yeah, I will.
Is there any legal recourse? It was completely.
Yeah, I think you'd go to the town.
Okay, the Historical Commission, just finished the public hearing. We are now resuming our regularly scheduled meeting of of Littleton Historical Commission with other agenda items. The next item I'm gonna take up is, review and approval of the draft annual report of the Historical Commission for the town's 2025 annual report. I think all members have looked at it or have gotten it, and I've gotten comments back from some people. Are there any other comments on the annual report? I sent a revised version out late this afternoon with photos that Andrew had sent. Thank you, Andrew.
Yep.
And I incorporated Chris's edits. Thank you. So if anyone else has edits or comments, let's discuss them.
I just see Littleton, there's a comma. In the first paragraph. At least it's showing up, I don't know, in the Word doc. And somehow a comma got put in there. I think that, oh. That's the version of it.
Oh, yeah, it's in the second to last line in the first paragraph. Was that there in the first?
I don't think so.
I
I must have. It
So
must
are
have
you looking at the most recent one?
Yeah, I just have the document pulled up on what you just sent out.
Okay, I'm just gonna
Yeah,
open the
so
file.
It didn't have the.
It's
it had the-
right.
So it must have just, it clearly just hit the. Hit a,
So I'm sorry, where are you?
in the first paragraph,
Yep.
the.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. Anything else? Do the photos look okay that I added?
Yeah.
One's for the Patriots Day. Any other comments?
I think you're missing now. Oh, it's not that you're missing it. It's the formatting,
Yep. Where are
the
you?
photo with the horse.
Yep.
The horseback rider. The speeches is kind
Yep.
of pushed
I
over.
couldn't figure out how to move it, so I'm gonna ask Lisa to
All right.
deal with that.
Yeah, the
You
caption
know
for the title.
If you highlight this right here.
And oh,
Sorry.
interesting.
I like-
I don't know.
I didn't know it was a touchscreen.
Oh, you got a touchscreen there.
What do you want me to highlight?
Just highlight this top one, like
This
this
one?
bullet. Yep, just highlight that real
Oh,
quick.
wait, but now
Oh, no, you're
do
moving the
that.
whole margin. Maybe that's it. Hold on.
Yeah, you do it
Yeah.
unless you want.
You got a tab lock here.
Yeah. Oh,
That's why it's,
that's why it's happening.
I think so. Pretty funky because you get these random tab locks.
All right, in any case, he's gonna try to fix that formatting. Any other comments?
So there's a caption for the Tuttle House. It just says Tut House. It needs an L, but it doesn't print on, or it doesn't look like it
Print
prints,
out,
but it's on the.
but on the one that you sent in the email, it's just,
Oh.
it's just missing it all. Not a big deal.
I don't know how you did.
All right,
this.
that's all right. I'm gonna have Lisa fix that.
Okay.
Cause I can't fix that, but let me find this Tuttle business that you're talking about. Hang on, where's my, wait.
You don't even need to.
I know, but I'm not used to it, so hang on. How did I not know that? All right,
I don't know, but it's.
all right. So now, so you're saying, oh. All right, got it. Got the L. Anything else?
Is there captions from them? Oh, these ones did maybe.
They're on like the
Oh,
next
there.
page. I think the formatting got messed up on. It's a .docx, but then it opens as a Google Doc, and I think it kind of got like a little funky.
I think we're good now.
Okay, all right, so, if there's no other comments, do I have an approval from it? Do I have to take it to each person, or can I just say, does everybody approve it, or does anyone else have any changes? Do I have a motion to approve these?
I make a motion, we approve the annual town report.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Good, okay. Next. As on the agenda, we're going to discuss potential CPC projects. As I mentioned, the latest deadline would be March 13th, I believe. That's the Friday before the next CPC meeting. Would be good if we got them in before then, so everyone on the CPC could review anything. And there's a few suggestions, and maybe, Chris had another one, and maybe there's others tonight. The easiest one perhaps to talk about first is if we want to develop a preservation restriction for the Tuttle House, I think we probably would want Shanti to help us write that. So if we, that might be the easiest one if we decide, yes, that's something we want to do. To vote on first
A preservation restriction for the house?
for the Tuttle House.
Has something changed?
Do we
Last time
own
we
it?
talked about it, it was
Well-
owned by,
It's still owned, oh, well, he would have to agree to it.
yeah,
He would have to agree to the president,
Yeah.
the new owner.
he would have to initiate it, yes.
Yeah, but we could suggest it. But you're right, we don't know if he would agree to it, so we don't know if we need funds for Shanti until we have a yes on that. There's probably no hurry because they're not gonna get to the dealing with that for quite a while, I think. So we could put that off because we don't know if the owner would agree.
Yeah, it just seems.
Based on
If we
how
don't
we,
have, yeah, if we don't have any basis for getting a restriction on, it seems.
No,
silly
you're
to go
right.
down.
I think you're right. Huh?
well, based on how the topic came to the commission, it seems unlikely that he would be willing to agree to a historical deed
I
restriction.
have heard informally, fairly recently, that he is planning to keep it on site.
Good.
But that's informal, it's not an official thing.
One of those maps that we saw, a fairly recent one, seemed like it did have it on the site right next to the proposed hotel.
The ones Chris had, I don't know where you got them, but yeah.
But I think after that, there was discussion at the planning board that he wanted to, or elsewhere in town that he wanted to get it off site. The most recent thing I've heard, again informally, is that he's gonna keep it on site, but we don't know that for sure. But I guess it is a little premature to get CPC funds for a preservation restriction. I agree, so never mind.
We should be prepared to do it if
Right.
the owner is
Yeah.
willing.
Or passes through town ownership.
Right, so are you suggesting we do pursue funds for that at this point?
Not yet,
Wait,
no, I
yeah,
think,
Okay,
no, I think you're right. I
Yeah.
think it's premature to go to something which,
right,
may not have any
right, okay.
conversation.
The other one that seems fairly sort of straightforward is the historical markers. If you recall, we've had discussions about maybe getting new concrete or granite markers for the plaques to go on at Parley Lumber or the grist mill and at Neshoba, Indian, which one was that one? It's not,
Lake Hill Road?
yeah, what's,
No.
oh, I have it. It's not Neshoba Praying Indian, I don't think, is that?
Yeah.
That is that one.
Yeah.
Okay. Because, so, the only thing to discuss first is we had discussed maybe they've sunk into the ground and we could just pull those that are there up. So do we wait until we determine whether that's the case, or do we put in money for the CPC for 2 new granite markers now, or concrete, as the case may be? Chris did come up with some, a company that submitted estimates for granite, and it didn't seem that terrible, the price, right? I had it.
What was it,
So for, if we'd want it probably 6 feet tall, because you'd want to sink it in the ground 2 feet, 4 feet sticking out, 2 feet wide and 4 inches thick, it'd be about $700 for one.
It's really much better than what we were told in the past, right?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, your estimates were
yeah,
so high.
absolutely. And we had to bring it, right? If they deliver it, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I'll have to check on that.
Yeah, well, that might be extra, who knows?
Right.
So
It's
I guess that's the question, whether, what's that?
It's heavy.
Yeah,
I don't know if you ever said, oh, I can just lift this piece of granite. No, it's heavy.
Talk to DPW about, I mean, it's great, like, I feel like in the past, it's kind of been on us to install them.
Yeah.
That seems like a bit of a daunting task to go down 2 feet.
Yeah.
Not
I
undoable
was
by
gonna
us, but
ask, does that include delivery and install, or is that
I'm
that's
assuming,
another
I'm
$700?
assuming you
Just
deliver it. It's
delivery.
basically like a step, I think. from what their catalog has. It's like, you know how people put the granite steps in, and it's just one of those. I think it's delivery probably to DPW, and then they put it on the back of a truck and get a machine there and pop it in the ground. I don't know.
I think they probably sell them to landscapers, and the landscapers have skid steers that they use.
Sure.
Put them in curbs and steps and all that.
I guess this seems to be a conversation that we need to like engage DPW.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think you're right. I
Yes.
don't think this precludes us necessarily from putting in a CPC application.
Yeah,
No, I think,
Yeah.
well, and it would be good to have that conversation with them first if there's,
Yes, yeah,
Any piece of
we have a
like-
while. We could talk to
Yeah,
them first.
yeah.
Or maybe they have a supplier because they buy curbstones, which is something you just thought of, like,
a bit.
I bet DPW buys curbstones.
Yeah.
This would be like a giant curbstone.
Heard again.
Yes, but I think to your question of whether we should, the answer is yes.
Okay,
And I would double it.
meaning,
Well, so we have money for installation or delivery, because it's not just the materials. If they sell us a $700 piece of granite in New Hampshire, like there's just no way. We're gonna need to pay and have it delivered, and hopefully we can get someone to install it. But if we can't do that, we need to cover the expense of it.
Probably could get, hopefully we could get the DPW.
I know,
Yeah,
but we
yeah.
should
right,
talk to
we
them
have to
first
make
before
sure.
we just.
And if they don't want to install it, then we would have to pay
Right,
somebody
right,
to
that's right.
install it.
The beauty of budgeting is you always try to calculate your costs, because if you under budget, you cancel the project. You can't proceed, right? You can't budget and then go over budget. However, you can budget and go under budget. That's easy. And then you theoretically, can use that extra budget for other projects.
And that money would go back to the CPC if we didn't use it
Yeah.
all,
Yeah.
so.
I was just thinking, what if you're a little bit more broad? Are there other stones and things or other monuments that you'd be doing? Like, what if you asked for like $8,000 for the marker projects? And just, do an estimate, so you don't have to keep coming back every year.
We gotta think about attaching the signs to the granite too. How do you do that?
I was
Well, the
just gonna ask.
DPW is supposed to do that, I think.
Drilling
for-
granite somehow, I'm not sure.
Oh,
Have we done glue?
We have done good. We've done epoxy.
well, the DPW did that first new one
Yeah.
into concrete.
Yeah.
So would it be a whole different thing for granite, do you think?
I think the quarantine one is granite, the one on Harwood.
Mm.
Pretty sure.
I
Yes,
think it is.
Yeah.
it is.
Yes.
It was.
Cement is a lot easier because you can just get a regular masonry bit and go right
You're
in.
gonna need a.
Granite, it
Diamond
hurts.
drill
Yeah,
bit.
it's
Yeah.
So you're saying, wait, so granite's
Hard,
harder to do?
harder. Yes, cement actually, as long as you don't hit rebar, it's actually very soft.
And do we already have the plaques like
Yes.
purchased made? Okay, so that's not
We
part
have the
of.
plaques, they're at the DPW except for one I have at my house. And I just need to reconfirm with DPW that they're gonna put the plaques on. But of course, we need to tell them if it's the same markers in the same positions or new markers in different places, so, yeah.
Yeah, on that one too. I don't know if anyone's looked at the one at the corner of Newtown and Neshoba Road.
That's the one we want, a new one.
No.
Mhm.
So if you have a nice big piece of granite, is it gonna get snapped off if we have a big snow? I don't know if you.
Snapped off by a plow?
Yeah, I mean, they've just plowed that whole corner.
Oh,
It's probably.
Another reason, yeah, talk to DPW, they're the ones.
yeah,
Maybe, put it around the corner or something. I don't know, but
put it somewhere else, you're saying,
I would just hate for you to spend all that money.
of course.
Piece of cement or granite and have it.
Well, the cement will definitely snap, but
Yeah.
unless it has rebar in it, but they use granite curbs for that purpose. Because the plows it'll actually hold up to plows pretty well, but you never know.
Yeah, I'm always puzzled about that. Why is it that on many streets, one side of the street is granite and the other side is asphalt or something like
I
that?
don't know.
Do you have any idea about
Well,
Granite.
that? I know it's true in front of my house.
Yeah.
the newer curbs tend to be asphalt. They actually call them Cape Cod curbstones. It has to do with the fact that the equipment makes them now. So the effort to put them in is so much easier because you just have a asphalt truck and you dump in all that, and it literally forms it as it goes.
Yeah.
Whereas to put in a granite, you actually have to dig it in and you put it in and
Yeah.
put granite, gravel, and then you have to cement it in from the back. And then you pave up to it on the front side, so the effort is significantly higher than a asphalt.
But they last way longer, so it's worth it in the long run.
So to Carolyn's comment, I mean, do we want to put in for more than 2 markers for a CPC application?
Because that money will sit there. I mean, we'll keep it around for 2, 3 years, but so you don't have to use it up all this year.
Right.
Mhm.
The one that I redid, I forget what road that is.
Oh, it's the low one.
Yeah, you can barely see that one. Maybe we can, move that one closer to the road so it's visible. I don't know.
Yeah,
That
that's
bridge.
the bridge.
Yeah.
Which
I
one?
always forget that name.
Porter Bridge?
Yeah, Porter Bridge, Porter Road Bridge.
Are there any that are still cement that we want? them
Yeah,
all
there's
to-
many, almost all of them are cement, all of them,
We
basically.
should say concrete.
Concrete.
Mm.
So a lot of them don't look very nice, the concrete markers. They're old, and you're saying they don't hold up that well compared to granite.
And the other thing is that most of them are very short, and so,
Mm.
you really can't see them because they're right.
So it sounds like there is some agreement that we might want more than 2 markers. So should we put in for, the new plaques, I think I have 6 new plaques. Should I put in for 6 markers?
$1,500 times 6.
Everyone think it's a good idea?
Which is $9,000.
Yeah, as long as you don't go over 10. that's what you
Right.
have to do
Was that-
with
good
building
point.
like that.
Good point.
So
So,
9,990.
yes, exactly.
We do-
So 1,500 times 6 is below 10,000, is that right?
It should be 9,000.
All right. All right, so.
But it's actually not just,
Just like,
What's
just
that?
pat 9,500.
well, I was just gonna say, the reason I like it is you can actually trace it back. 6 blacks. Materials plus insulation is usually 2x, right? So we'll just. I mean, if you wanna make it 1,600, I don't know.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah,
All right.
yes, I think we should.
All right, so everyone seems to be in agreement. Chris and Andrew and I can write that application by, at the latest, March 13th, right? That's our
March
plan, at the very latest, preferably sooner. Okay, good. Then Chris's idea for the signs, before you go into your idea, as people have seen, I think in the emails, he's thinking of promoting historical preservation by via house signs, providing free house signs. I didn't think, and I conferred with Carolyn, who's the chair of the CPC, I don't think that qualifies for CPC funds. And this is good for people to have anyway. Sorry. Here. So I'm going to pass this around. This is a table of community preservation criteria. So it's good for all of us to have this anyway. So there's you'll see for historic preservation and for some of the other categories. For historic, you either have to acquire a historic structure, preserve it. Those are the 2 options for CPC funding. There is a support option, but not for historic. There's a support option, which I think your project might fit under,
Right.
but that's not for historic. It's only for housing.
Got it.
So it's good for you guys to have anyway. Carolyn, anything to add to that portion part of it?
No, I mean, CPA is very gray, but this one.
This
might
is,
be a bit of a. I mean, it's hard to say what's the difference between the house plaque and the marker and the brand, but this seems to be like a.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I just think it was a cool idea.
Yeah,
I
so,
think a granite marker, you're preserving a historic location.
Right.
mhm.
Whereas a house sign, you're creating a house sign.
Yep.
So you want to present, Chris, what your idea is?
It was just based on dealing with other towns. It seemed that a number of them just pay, the residents don't have to pay for their own signs. It just comes out of, I don't know what funding process it is, but it was just an idea to potentially drum up some interest from town members and sort of kickstart the program a little bit, but basically just maybe like 5 a year or 10 a year, whoever comes, first come, first serve, who wants a free sign, we would, do a little bit of, they could do the research on the house. If it qualifies, you can, provide a sign for the houses with the town money and just garner some interest in it. That's basically my only thoughts.
Any thoughts, Jonathan, since you've been doing house signs for a while?
I don't know, it might encourage more people to apply. I really don't know about that. It seems like it's not, I don't know, it's hard to tell since we have always charged for them. We didn't used to charge very much. Now we're charging a bit more. And I've sort of gonna have to confess that I had fallen down on the job. Once we lost our previous provider, then I sort of somehow it fell out of my daily, well, it just sort of fell out of my concern of, I stopped thinking about it and I didn't do it. And so we have a couple of people who've asked for them and they've not got theirs. But in that case, we were charging them. Some towns seem to, the ones that I saw, some towns did definitely charge for them. I mean, you can look on, you can go to town websites and see what the historical commission says about that.
Yeah.
I know in some towns, definitely they charge people to do it. In other towns, I haven't seen anywhere that the town paid for them, but that doesn't mean it doesn't happen. You've seen somewhere the town provides them?
Chelmsford is the first one off the top of my head that if you go even on the website, it shows town funded if you're interested. There's a couple more, but I can't remember off the top of my head. I'll have to get back to you. But I don't know how that's funded. I don't know.
Oh, I would think in Littleton would most likely come out of our budget.
Right.
I'm guessing we're not gonna be able to get funds, but we do have a budget.
Yep.
Assuming we're having it next year, and we don't always use it. Oh, so that's a possibility.
Yep.
Other thoughts about this? Anybody?
Well, again, I think my biggest concern is just equity. So if we start to pay for the signs, then people who previously paid for the signs could be upset.
Would you offer it's like a raffle or something at like a Patriots Day event, something to kind of like draw attention to the fact that it exists, and then even if someone doesn't win, then they know that, oh, this is something I could do.
It's an interesting idea.
You could, but then in some ways that's almost more trouble than it's worth unless somebody's eager to go through the whole process.
Yeah, we may be able to use funds to offset the cost, right? Because that's applied equally. And then you're basically saying to people who bought them before, well, you bought yours at $35 or whatever, now they're $80, and so we're paying $40, we're sort of trying to control the cost so that people have access, right? We're enabling access. So your funds were not sort of wasted, you know what I mean? Like it kind of,
Yeah.
so-
I don't think people are likely to.
right, they may not know, right? They may not know that we just price fix on the back end.
So this isn't something we have to decide tonight. We could
Yes.
continue to talk about it because it's not gonna go through CPC.
Right.
So I think,
What
yeah,
about replacement signs? I mean, Chris, this is kind of how you started, right?
Mm.
Was it the King Street one that decided
Excuse me,
here and
Carolyn?
everything? The, replacement signs? You know, the ones
Ah.
that have deteriorated?
Yeah.
so much?
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we've definitely replaced a lot of that. I mean,
No,
part
I
of
think-
what I was doing when I was doing this was actually giving people replacement signs. I mean, ones that had deteriorated in one way or another and.
But I think what she's suggesting is we can give free replacement. So you buy into the
Oh.
program and then you get a free replacement.
That's
Mm.
actually a pretty decent, like, kind of hook of getting them in.
What's that, Rachel?
Oh, that's a pretty good hook of getting them in.
Yeah,
How are we telling people that their house is now eligible for signs? We actually,
oh, now?
Oh.
I don't know.
It's on the
you think
website.
about it?
Website.
It's on our website?
It is.
Yeah, but, I mean,
People don't look.
Right,
Right.
people don't know.
At some point or other, we sent out a letter to people saying that, you know, saying something about signs being available. I forget. Do you remember, Carolyn, who we sent it out to? We sent out this letter to?
I think it was everybody that was on the inventory.
Could
Yes,
be.
but I think that was like 12 years ago.
It could have been a few years ago,
It was not.
definitely a few
because
years.
we did, I mean, in 2019, 18? When did we do that? When was our most recent survey? It was pre 2020.
Yeah, pre-COVID.
And that was adding, you added a number of houses to the inventory that go around.
We did.
So, but it seems though, if a letter was sent out to everybody on the inventory, we didn't get many responses, right?
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
I'm wondering if that's something we should do though, put some money into that of sending out a mailer to let people know, then,
Yes.
right, be like, if you buy your first one, you get replacements for the rest of,
Yes. Right, so again, I think that if we're gonna send out a letter, we should not agree to pay for the signs, because if we get 100 people, we will bankrupt the town. We get 1,000 people, we'll bankrupt the
Yeah,
town.
we don't have that many,
But is
We
it
don't
like,
have many houses on-
you buy the first one and we'll, we'll pay for
Yeah.
how do we phrase that?
Yes, right. I hear
Something,
you.
something to the effect of like, and we'll pay for the rest of them after that.
Yeah.
Cause they're not, well, hopefully not all of them would come up for renewal at the same time.
Yeah.
Down the line. And you know what? That's other people on the commissions.
Yeah.
All right, so
Yes.
let's table this for another,
Because it looks like it was in a meeting of January 2020, and we all know what happened shortly.
Oh.
No,
We have the
point.
letterhead here and all, so, but I think that's what happened.
Yeah, you're probably
We
right.
started it, we just never did.
And we just never, then COVID came and
so I think it's really great that that we have a person who is keeping our history from the Historical Society. No.
All right, let's table this for further discussion. So for others, so far for CPC projects, we just have the markers, granite markers. Other ideas that I just thought about was the First Baptist Church, but I think that's premature given where they're at. And then the other is 550 King Street and the Mill Building. I also think that's premature because they're not there yet. They're still,
I'm sorry, what would we do there with the CPC?
well, I don't know. We'd have to think about it. Like
Oh.
one idea I have been harboring is that we have a mural, like a big mural on a wall of a building,
Oh.
either at the Mill Building or even if it's a new building, even if we don't, or at the 550 King Street, but the owner would have to agree to this.
Right.
So it's but that's one idea.
Right.
But I think it's all premature because they're still going through the planning board process, so it's like years down the road, I think, what they're gonna be doing there, so. Any other thoughts about CPC projects for submitting this round by March 13th?
Yeah, the lawn store.
What would we do for a CPC project?
Well, you have to do something. It's just sitting there rotting away, and the problem's not gonna go away. And it's our baby.
It is her baby. I don't think it's a CPC project, but I do think we should talk about it.
You can't drop the ball on this one.
Well, okay, so I think, I don't even know who to talk to about what to do. Maybe Shanti?
Maybe,
Hey, Shanti, we got an 18-wheeler full of historic wood. What would you do with it?
yeah,
We should go to AI and ask Kobe.
yeah, go for it, go ahead, do it,
All right?
yeah, that'd be good to see what it says.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And we also
you
have,
could
you
also
know,
ask Shanti,
we do also have plans for rebuilding
we
that.
do, it's just $1 million now, it's more than that, of course, that was years
Jonathan,
ago.
we have 2 feet of snow out there. That trailer was leaving before this.
Yeah,
All I could think of was, what's it look like now?
Yes, well, we have not been in it recently.
Right, so in the spring, we'll have to go with that.
Well, yeah, and they have this like a gate there now. I was supposed to stop by, so it was muddy and there was a gate that they have stretched across, so we'd have to talk to the owner to get permission, I think, to go and visit, so I don't think that's someplace you want to show up unannounced.
All right, so I'm guessing there's no other CPC projects besides the markers, is that right? For now, okay. We can do it again, you know, in the fall if there's a special town meeting, which it usually is.
Yeah.
Okay, minutes. We just had January minutes, is that right, Chris? I think
Yep.
so.
Yep.
I think I sent them out to
I did send
everybody,
those
right?
out, yeah.
Oh, I was looking for that.
They're somewhere. You can look at them here if you want.
Minutes I found.
Found them. So Chris sent them, is this just AI or did you edit them at all?
I may have done a little.
Yeah,
bit,
okay. And then I did a little more editing, which you have on your copies. Any more edits on the minutes or changes to make?
I think Fannin and Lerner is spelled wrong, but
Where is that?
Very
in
top,
action items or at the top.
3.1.
I'm sorry, 3.1? Oh, yeah, I think didn't I correct that? Still wrong?
There are places that it's wrong.
It's down. Well, I didn't.
Lehner.
It's, well, Fannin, I think, F-A.
Oh, is that wrong?
I am.
I think you're
I
right.
feel like I had.
I think you're right. I think it's I.
what is this?
Bannon.
Fannin is spelled wrong.
Fannin.
Carolyn, you would know these things. How are Fannin and Lena spelled?
Yeah,
Thank you,
Fan,
Rachel.
Fan.
Lerner might be right, but
Yeah, I think I
Fannin's
fixed.
definitely the I.
All right, so let me, yeah. All right.
Yeah, it shows up again.
Chris, can you try
Yeah,
to
I'll.
at some point find Fannin and put an I instead of no? I think I fixed all the
Yeah, it's down to
learners.
the bottom in action items.
Action
Right,
items.
it says-
Yeah, that's the, and I see, yeah, the 3.1 up at the top.
Yeah.
I was looking at the action items, but.
Yeah,
The proposed RN demolition,
Where are you?
I guess
Should be
back up
barn.
at 4, that's supposed to be barn.
Supposed to be barn.
Oh, what? Proposed barn,
359, proposed RN.
huh?
It just says proposed RN, and
Oh, proposed barn. Got that, Chris? All right. Yeah.
Right.
Anybody else?
I can see.
All right, do I have a motion to approve the minutes of January 14th, 2026?
Oh, you know what? One
What?
quick thing. I just want to make sure. So we, let me make sure, how do we phrase it? So we got in a little bit of trouble
Okay,
because we had our little meeting and we took a vote. but the owner had not submitted a demolition permit. And so that, we shouldn't do that. So we gotta make sure we said that we discussed it, right? And we can say we voted, but we can't say historical significance
need to go
determination,
to
determine that the
so.
barn criteria referenced during discussion. I guess that's okay. This just can't be the official determination of historic significance, right?
Right, but I mean, we also followed up and had a second meeting.
We did, we had
Did
to
it.
because of,
Wasn't this
Right.
the second meeting,
No,
no,
January 14th?
no, it's the first one.
did we do any minutes for the other one?
I don't think we did this for the other one, which we actually have to.
Oh, for the interim one.
Yeah, the quick one.
Yeah, I
The one
missed
on
that
the, what was that, on the 11th?
Oh, I
Was that
forgot
about that
Was that
one?
recorded?
Well,
Yeah,
Probably.
Yeah.
Was it recorded?
Yeah.
Was
Think
So
so.
this is okay, because
No, no, no idea.
I'll have to, if I could find it, I'll do the minutes for that one.
okay, but this was the second one, right?
No,
The
it's the
11th?
first one.
This was the first one, because
So
there was
when was-
another one that I couldn't make it to.
Yeah.
That's right.
After this one.
It was
Yeah.
after
But
this one.
Tuesday,
It was like an emergency.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had to do a second. one
Oh, I
because
see what you're
We
saying.
got our hand slapped because
Yeah.
we said, oh, you're coming before us, you're doing this proposal, right? We need to start the process. We can't start the process until somebody actually does the paperwork. And they did. So they misled us because they were saying that they had submitted a demolition permit.
Ah,
I did say
They
that.
never submitted the demolition permit.
Oh. so try to find those
Yes,
minutes.
yes.
And then that will be the official vote of historic significance.
Yeah, well, I mean, we can say we voted that we thought the barn was historically significant. Or something to that effect, but you can't use the term, I think, historic significance determination. You can't use that. Cause it was
Okay.
not that. It was the other meeting that.
So
that was-
can we just delete the word determination?
Yes, I think absolutely.
Got it.
Or historic importance. Motion,
Yeah.
determine that the barn, is historically significant.
So say historic importance.
Yeah, I
Okay,
think that's fine.
got that?
Got it.
Yeah.
And then it's the next meeting that's.
Tuesday, January 7th
Oh.
was that meeting, if you need
Yeah.
a date to like look for that.
Which one?
No,
Tuesday, January 7th.
February 7th,
February.
27th, January
Oh,
27th.
26.
January
Sorry,
7th.
Tuesday, January 27th.
No,
Oh, that's right, we had a
We
meeting,
had that
Yeah.
Zoom
We had the Zoom.
Yes.
meeting
Zoom meeting.
To
Yes.
vote.
That's
It took
right,
us a very long
You
time to
think
get
that was
into it.
recorded?
right, cause somebody messed the whole thing
I'll
up.
look for it.
Yeah,
That was me.
thought we could write up minutes.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of misspellings,
We were all on the meeting. We couldn't talk or see each other.
Well, we made it.
At least
We
you're
got it.
there.
We got
But
it.
yeah, no, we
Better than I
actually,
was.
we were absolutely there. But the problem was, while we were all on this meeting, certain people were frantically texting each other saying, I can see you, but I can't hear you. I can't hear you, but I can see you. I can see you, but I can't hear you.
Like back to Zoom days.
Yes.
COVID days.
Actually, it was Zoom. actually.
Yeah.
It was Zoom. But we got to figure it out.
Well, lost our touch.
in
All
the
right.
meeting, in
Show us a film.
the minutes of the last meeting, something tells me that we've misspelled Andrew San Marco's last name.
Which, on this one?
Yeah,
Okay,
under action items, where it says administrative chair, coordinate with Fannin and Lena and.
what is it,
Andrew-
two M's or two R's? I can't
Two
remember.
M's.
Two M's.
Yes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, got that view. Okay, thank you. All right, do I have a motion to approve the minutes of January 14th with the edits discussed at our February 25th meeting?
So moved.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Okay, so I think we can schedule our next meeting and then adjourn. Does everyone agree?
Mhm.
Yes,
So would that be March 11th, if we're going back to the second Wednesday?
Uh-oh,
Uh-oh.
hold on. Yeah, it worked, hold on. Let's close my calendar while we're doing this here. March 11th. Well, you guys can have a meeting, but I cannot attend.
I mean, do we want to push it back to like the 18th? Since
The 18th is the CPC meeting,
No.
and that's an
Okay.
important one too,
Yeah.
CPC.
I think you should hold the meeting without me.
Can't do that, Andrew.
Yes, you can. As long as you'll all show up, I cannot show up.
We will miss you, but I think we can
Yeah,
Okay,
manage it. It's not something, I mean,
well, this is a
we would have
special.
wanted you to have missed this meeting, but.
right,
Yes.
exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so
I'll put it on my calendar just in case I don't have to go somewhere. But
March 11th. Next. Historical Commission. Okay. All right, do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?